Welcome to our deep dive into the world of distributed control systems, or DCES, and their pivotal role in the oil and gas industry. You know, most folks don't think twice about what it takes to fuel their cars or heat their homes. They just expect the lights to come on and the gas pump to work. But behind the scenes, it's a different story. It's a world of complex machinery, high pressures and unforgiving conditions. And that's where DCS comes in, like a boss. These systems are the unsung heroes of the energy sector, quietly orchestrating everything from drilling to refining to transportation. So buckle up, grab your hard hat, virtually of course, and let's get our hands dirty with DCES. Now, imagine a control room straight out of a sci-fi flick, but instead of spaceships, they are wrangling thousands of barrels of crude. That's what we're talking about here. DCS ditches the old-school, single-point control system for a more democratic approach. Think of it like this. Instead of one guy calling all the shots, you've got a team of specialists, each responsible for their own piece of the puzzle. And these specialists, they're spread out across the entire operation, communicating with each other in real time through a secure network. This ain't your grandpappy's control system. This is about redundancy, flexibility, and making sure that if one part of the system takes a hit, the whole thing doesn't go belly up. In the oil and gas game, information is king and time is most definitely money. That's where real-time monitoring comes in. DCS acts like a nervous system, constantly gathering data from sensors all over the plant. Temperature, pressure, flow rate, you name it. It's like having X-ray vision into the heart of the operation. This data is then displayed on fancy screens called human-machine interfaces, or HMIs. Think of them as the dashboards of the operation, giving operators a clear and concise view of what's going on. With this kind of visibility, operators can spot problems before they become disasters, fine-tune processes for maximum efficiency, and generally keep things running like a well-oiled machine. Out here in the real world, things break. It's just a fact of life. But when you're dealing with flammable liquids and explosive gases, a little hiccup can quickly turn into a major catastrophe. That's why redundancy is built into the DNA of DCS. Think of it like having a backup generator. If the main power goes out, the backup kicks in and keeps the lights on. DCS does the same thing for critical control functions. If one control unit goes down, another one is standing by, ready to take over without missing a beat. And because communication between these units is also redundant, you're talking about a system that's built to withstand even the toughest challenges. And the oil and gas industry is kind of like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. One day you're dealing with a massive offshore platform. The next it's a small onshore well. But here's the beauty of DCS. It can handle it all. Whether you're a small-time operator or a global energy giant, DCS can be tailored to fit your specific needs. It's like building a Lego masterpiece. You start with a basic set of blocks and then add or remove components as needed. This flexibility means that DCS can grow and evolve along with your business, making it a smart investment for the long haul. Drilling, refining, transporting, these are complex processes that require a steady hand and a whole lot of brain power. And that's where the control in DCS really comes into play. This system acts as the conductor of the orchestra, coordinating all the moving parts and making sure everything runs in harmony. Think about it like baking a cake. You need the right ingredients, the right temperature, and the right timing to get that perfect, fluffy result. DCS does the same thing for oil and gas, constantly monitoring and adjusting processes to ensure optimal efficiency, quality, and safety. Remember all those sensors we talked about earlier? Well, they're not just there to look pretty. They're generating a treasure trove of data that can be used to optimize every aspect of the operation. DCS acts like a giant data sponge, soaking up all that valuable information and spitting it out in a way that makes sense. It's like having a team of analysts working around the clock, crunching numbers and identifying trends. This data-driven approach allows operators to make smarter decisions, reduce downtime, and squeeze every last drop of value out of their assets. Let's face it, the oil and gas industry isn't exactly known for being risk-averse, but When it comes to safety, there's no room for compromise. And that's where DCS really shines. This system is like a guardian angel, constantly watching over the operation and ready to step in at a moment's notice. It's packed with safety features, from automatic shut-off systems to alarm management, all designed to prevent accidents and keep workers out of harm's way. Think of it as an insurance policy for your operation. It might not be the most exciting thing to invest in, but it's something you'll be grateful for if things ever go south. Before a single drop of oil or cubic foot of gas can be extracted, you've got to find the stuff, and that's where exploration and drilling come in. DCS plays a critical role in this phase, providing real-time data that helps geologists and engineers pinpoint the sweet spots. Once the drilling begins, DCS takes the wheel, monitoring everything from drilling fluid properties to downhole pressures. It's like having a sixth sense, guiding the drill bit through the earth with precision and ensuring a smooth and successful operation. So you've extracted the oil and gas from the earth, now what? Well, you got to turn that raw material into something usable, and that's where refining comes in. This is where things get really complicated. We're talking about separating crude oil into different components, cracking heavy hydrocarbons into lighter ones, and treating the finished products to meet stringent specifications. DCS is the maestro of this complex symphony, orchestrating the flow of materials, controlling temperatures and pressures, and ensuring that every step of the process is executed flawlessly. Once the oil and gas have been refined, it's time to get them to market. And that means pipelines, thousands of miles of them, crisscrossing the globe like a network of arteries. DCS plays a vital role in keeping those arteries flowing smoothly and safely. It monitors pipeline pressure, flow rate and temperature, detecting leaks and other anomalies before they can cause major problems. It's like having a team of pipeline inspectors working 24/7, ensuring that the oil and gas get where they need to go without a hitch. Thanks for joining us on this exploration of DCS in the oil and gas industry. Hopefully you've gained a new appreciation for the technology that keeps our world running. From drilling to refining to transportation, DCS is there every step of the way, making sure the lights stay on and the gas pumps keep flowing. It's a complex and fascinating world, and we've only just scratched the surface. But one thing's for sure, DCS is an essential part of the energy landscape, and it's only going to become more important in the years to come. Stay tuned for more insights into the technologies shaping our world.